Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, and as of a day yesterday, we were hearing over the news of the discharged Ruth Ogunleye or thereabout, a private army officer. What that she was discharged because she is mentally imbalanced. That is the report the army gave yesterday. But I'm going to show you the video of the interview of the person they said that is mentally imbalanced, for you to see exactly if this lady is mentally imbalanced. This is what is seen in the army, because they will force you not to talk. They molest you. They will not do anything. They will tell you, you have done this, you have done. You are going to watch this video. But what I have to tell this lady, she's a Yoruba woman, as the name sounds, Ogunleye, or thereabout, Ruth Ogunleye, or she's a Yoruba woman. And this is where I trust my Igbo people very well. You see, forget this thing. Just keep it one side. This is just a cloth. That is why I love my Igbo people. And if this lady can follow suit, the way Igbo people does their own, family will wipe away. Let me tell you, it is not bad. If you do it to Igbo man, he is not going to seek justice from anybody, because in this country there is no justice. Everything is by I am. Who knows who? That is why this lady has been forced down, has been given accusations. Even when he goes to Brekete family to seek redress for what happened to her, they use the authority to tell Brekete that he should go away from her statement. Sue them to Okija. This is not what God will do for you. God has done everything possibly for you. But as for you, say you are going to sue them to Okija. I am the one saying it. You cannot do an Igbo man that way. Sue them to Okija. If he fails to come, they will carry him in a bag. Sue them to Okija. What nonsense is that? You came over and tell us that this woman is mentally imbalanced. That is why we have taken her away from the army, and we will not tolerate anything for that. Are you talking to dafts? Are you talking to people that cannot reason? Is it how Nigeria is? Because you are a senior officer, nobody will talk to you again. Whatever you cook up and tell us, we agree. Come on. Sue them to Okija. Sue them to Okija. If you try an Igbo man like that, your family is gone forever. Everybody will wipe away. If they call you, you did not come. Wait. Everybody, I promise you, everybody they will use the ground as an umbrella. You know what I am talking about. Hear her own story. I know you have heard the story. If you have not heard the story, go back to the news. You are going to see it. How can you beat me and tell me not to cry? This is why many of us that are very gullible, we say, I live in for God. I live in for God. God did everything to help us. If you do an Igbo man like that, he will summon you before Okija. They will only send you a message if you don't appear, or your family will come to the bush. That is where graveyard of your whole family will be. Don't try that nonsense when you see an Igbo man. You can do it to any tribe in Nigeria. Not an Igbo man. Not an Igbo man. Not an Igbo woman. It's not done. Not an Igbo woman. Watch the video and see what is going on in this country. Say you are praying. God have done everything possible for you. Watch the video.
Today, the Nigerian army had come out to say that the senior officers that were involved in this case are innocent, and that you are suffering from mental issues, or you're mentally unstable. But what is your own side of the story?
Thank you very much for this great privilege, this great opportunity. What really happened yesterday was just a cook-up story, just a planned work. Myself and Abu Karim, we are in this, Abi Abu Karim, we are in the same unit. He was my CO.
What unit is this?
NACMC Ojo, Nigerian Army Cantonment Medical Center Ojo, where he was my CO. Abu Karim asked me to sleep with him at Eagle Store Hotel at about 700 hours p.m. He asked me to sleep with him, which I refused.
What day was this?
On Sunday, on 27th February 2022. So he called me to sleep with him, which I was very, very surprised. And army is against it. In the army, it's called fraternization. It's a big offense in the army, which I refused to sleep with him because he's my superior. Ever since then, Abi Abu Karim will inject me with Lakati injection, put me inside casket, popularly called body bag in the army. He will harass me, rape me, and at the end of the day, he will throw me inside psychiatric hospital to make it look as if what he is saying is true.
So, hold on. Where does this rape happen? And putting you in a body bag, when did all of this happen? And give me more details about it.
This whole thing happened in our unit, Cantonment Medical Center, Ojo there. I have witnessed.
Was this in his office? Or
inside his office, inside the office, with uniform. Most times he will instruct soldiers to pin me down while they give me Lakati injection. Most times he will point gun at me. Most times he will handcuff me and harass me sexually and still take a picture of me and send to some senior officer to make it look as if I am actually mad. Which I tried my best to seek for redress. I sought for redress. I went to legal service. I went to military police to report him.
Was this after the first time, or it had happened several
times? He come to my house, sent soldiers to my house to harass me. Most times he will inject me inside his office, rape me. After raping me, he will still take video of me and send it to General I.B. Shelebo to make it look as if, because at that time I was already complaining, seeking for intervention, begging some senior officers, people like General C.G. Musa, the current chief of defense staff. I told so many officers, I seek for redress, but nothing was done because he's my senior. Nobody was ready to give me a listening ear. So I exhausted all the procedures. I sought for redress using section 179 of the armed forces, and nothing was done. Nobody believed me. After injecting me, he would strip me naked and throw me inside psychiatric hospital. And there, General I.B. Shelebo, Colonel Ogo will come there, they will be snapping me. They took picture of me, harassed me. Most times he denied me access to military course just because I refused to sleep with him. He denied me pass. I could not even see my family for years. He denied me pass. He denied me so many my welfare in the army. So, after exhausting, going to legal service to complain, and nothing was done. Going to military police to report, nothing was done because he's my superior. I'm his subordinate. I wrote a redress, and nothing was done. So I went to social media to complain on the 9th of January 2024, and the Minister of Women Affairs intervened, and the Nigerian Army promised Nigerians that they are going to carry they are going to carry out an investigation, which they did. So during the investigation, they took me to National Hospital. They took me to LDLE. At first, they took me to LDLE just to check my to know if I abused substance, and they took me to National Hospital for medical evaluation, and the result turned out to be negative. And the Minister of Women Affairs requested me to write a voluntary letter, which I did. I submitted my voluntary letter to the Minister of Women Affairs, and she forwarded it to the Chief of Army Staff, and the Chief of Army Staff approved it.
So, What you're telling me now is that the army did not on its own discharge you.
No, I wrote a discharge that I lost interest because of the inhuman treatment they did to me.
The army also accused you of being mentally unstable. Are you mentally unstable?
No, I'm perfectly okay. It was just a cook-up story. Because during the course of that investigation, the Nigerian army took me to National Hospital for medical evaluation, which turned out to be negative. That everything concerning is just an allegation against me.
Did you see the result that was sent to the Chief of Army Staff?
Yes. As a patient, I have every right to ask my doctor and they told me that they could not diagnose me.
Okay.
They couldn't diagnose me.
Okay.
So thereafter, the army called me that they've approved my discharge. Unknown to me that I wasn't aware. It was a cook-up story. Like the Chief of Army Staff called me on his own, and he told me that I should not worry, that I should just cooperate with them, that they are going to sort me and they are going to pay me off. So in the army, I served 5 years with the army. I only served 5 years, and I'm not eligible for pension because they boarded me out. That is where I was qualified for pension. And this, before one can be boarded out of the army, there are procedures. They will call you for interview. They will call a psychiatrist to check your mental state. There will be units RSM. There will be people will be there. There will be a board set up because of as a BOI set up because of that shoulder to know if the shoulder is still fit to continue with the job. In my own case, nothing like that. So they did that to compensate me because of what Abdulkarim did to me.
So before you go forward, why did you on your own decide to leave the army?
I know my life was at risk, and the job, I lost interest in the job because there is a lot of malice in the job. Your juniors, younger ones they don't give their younger ones to speak. You don't have every right to speak. Even when your junior is misbehaving to you, your senior is misbehaving to you, they don't listen to their subordinates. So what did they listen to me at that time? They will find that meanwhile, during their investigation, they saw everything. I submitted my evidence to them, and my eyewitness were there, and they know that what Abdulkarim did to me is very, very wrong. So I'm very, very surprised that they still come online and cook up a story just to make me look as if I'm a man, that is just to tell the whole wide world that I'm a mad person. I'm not a mad person. The investigation, the medical report that was during the medical evaluation that was carried out in National Hospital turned out negative. They could not diagnose me.
Okay, so you said you decided on your own to leave the army because of the inhumane treatment.
Yes.
What reason did you give them? What was the reason you gave as why you were leaving the army?
There was no progression because there was somebody in Abdulkarim who was everywhere. My senior, a colonel, I'm a private soldier. I applied for courses. I applied for school. Imagine somebody raping me inside the office and nothing is being done, putting me inside casket. It's called body bag. They normally use it in Northeast to bury soldiers who died during war. So he put me inside casket. Imagine me writing sick for redress. Nobody listened to me. Including the chief of defense staff could not listen to me. They did not believe what I was telling them, even with my evidence.
So earlier on, you told me that the Minister of Women Affairs advised you to leave.
Yes.
Medical grounds, and then
no, not on medical ground.
Okay.
On normal discharge.
Okay.
That I lost interest.
Okay. So how did army arrive at you being mentally unstable?
That I don't even know, because before one can be boarded out, they will call. That I said, they will set up a board. This board, there will be a doctor, a medical doctor. That is how it's been done in the army. They will call a medical doctor, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, psychiatrist. Some of these medical people will be there. Medical team will be there. The units, RSM, the CO. They will now invite the soldier to know if this soldier is still fit to continue with the job. Probably they will throw questions. They will set up a board, a BOI. Nothing like that. They never called me for any board. They never interviewed. I wasn't aware about the whole thing. It was just a cook-up, just to, I was very surprised yesterday. I saw, they see my news flying up and down that the army discharged me. Army never discharged me. It was the Minister of Women Affairs that requested me to leave the army. which I wrote an handwritten letter. What do you call it? Voluntary discharge. I wrote a letter that I'm not interested, that I've lost interest in the job. So there was nothing like discharge anywhere. They never discharged me from the army.
Okay.
It was just a frame up. They just gang up against me for no just reason, trying to cover up for Konyaibi Abdulkarim.
Now, you also told me that there was a part where you talked about the issue of the health certificate and that your father was saying they were going to use that against you. Can you?
Yes. When after their investigation, so they ROT me back to my unit where I serve. So where they later called me that I'd be discharged from the army. Like because I wrote a handwritten discharge that I'm not interested again. So I wasn't aware it would board, because before they would board me out, I must be there. There must be an interview between me and those people boarding me out. So I'm not aware. So it was when I went, they called me from national the pension board that I should come for pension. I was very, very surprised that I'm not eligible for pension. Why are they calling me for pension? So when I got there, I saw that they gave me 50% disability, that I'm not mentally stable. I asked question. I told them I'm not going to sign this form because they are going to use it against me. And immediately they gave me the certificate and I sent it to my dad, to the Minister of Women Affairs. My dad said they will use it against me. And true, they used it against me yesterday. I'm telling the whole world that I was discharged from the army. I was not discharged. I seek.
You voluntarily asked?
I voluntarily asked them to discharge me, that I lost interest because of the inhuman treatment, because they don't listen to their subordinates. The oppression is too much in the army, man.
Are you scared for your life?
So Major General Onyema is after my life. Sending people to unalive me. So the army and everywhere they are looking for a way to kill me.
How did you know this?
I came to Abuja a few weeks ago to the Human Rights Brekete office to seek for justice for what Abdulkarim did and what the army did to me. At the end of the day, Onyema instructed the Brekete to stay clear from the case. So that's how the whole issue started. So that's what triggered this whole thing. That's how they come online to make it look as if I'm not mentally stable, just to shut me up.
Okay. Have any lawyer or any human rights organization shown interest in your case?
Yesterday, some lawyers reached out to me and they told me that they were interested in the case. So I will see how to get or to see them. I haven't seen them, so they just told me that they are interested. I should call them and tell them what happened. We probably will meet and explain how the whole thing happens.
Okay, so now you're saying that what Army is saying or what they said yesterday is not true. So what do you want?
I want justice. Before coming online to lay allegation on senior officers, I have evidence to back whatever I'm saying up. I wish I submitted my evidence to them, witness to them. They did the investigation and they find out that all what I said was truth. So coming outside yesterday, telling the whole world that I am mad, it's a lie. They should bring out my medical report. The National Hospital is here. They did medical evaluation and they could not even diagnose me. So I don't have any mental record. So I don't know where the whole thing come from. They just the plan work. I don't know.
Okay, so after the first time that this incident happened, did you take it to, did you report it, the very first time that he tried to rape you or that he tried to harass you?
Yes, I reported.
Because you said that it happened several times.
Several times. In my call, in the Nigerian Army Medical Corps, the Colonel Abdulkarim, and they are the most senior officers in the medical corps, though he lost promotion. So his mates are brigadier generals. They are the most senior officers in medical corps. But I don't know, he has connection and their classmates are all the people holding appointment in the medical corps. So if I report to this person, Colonel Abdulkarim will look for a way to.
Okay, so your final word on this incident.
I want Nigerians to intervene and I need an open investigation. I need justice. That is all I want.